I'm sorry, don't shoot the messenger. Boop, boop. That's just what it is. Hey y'all, it's your girl TynishaTalks here. Welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're visiting for the first time. This is TynishaTalks, where I speak my mind and I love when y'all speak back. So today we are carrying on with another episode of the Surviving Dating series. So for those of you who are just tuning in, the Surviving Dating series is meant to hash out differences between men and women and make it difficult for us to date in 2021. Because I know, child, I say this all the time, but it's still ghetto. It's still real ghetto, okay? Now, today's video might get some mixed reactions, a little bit controversial, but honestly, like, would I be if I didn't have a controversial topic, okay? Today's topic, honey, is whether or not your single friends is causing you to still be single, okay? Yes, you heard that right, ladies. Don't come for me. This is gonna be an open and honest discussion. Some of y'all might rock with it. Some of y'all might hear it and be like, oh, that apply to me. Some of y'all might feel a little defensive, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna figure it out today. So today's topic was inspired by a post that I saw on Facebook, and as a disclaimer, I did get this woman's permission to post this, okay? She said, dating advice, please. I quit my old job because I hated it, and my boyfriend told me if I quit, he'd provide for our house. Close to the day that I was turning in my 2 weeks notice, a new job came up, and it was exciting and more aligned with what I do in my spare time. I love it, and apparently they love me because they asked me to come travel with them for a week. I hastily said yes without consulting him first and told HR from my regular job to make yesterday my last day. The issue now is that my boyfriend is upset because we didn't plan for this and my house isn't in order. I tried to explain to him that opportunities like this don't happen every day, and I need to jump on it and build relationships, but he keeps telling me that I should have just waited until after my 2 weeks and then jumped into this new field. I feel terrible about it. Is there a solution other than not going on the business trip? And now, when I read this, I felt like I needed a little bit more information because I know I always got some questions about stuff. What does it mean that your house isn't in order? Like, it gotta be clean, finances ain't right. I didn't get information on that, but let's just say whatever it is, the house wasn't in order. But my instinct was to instantly ask additional questions to get more information before I gave her an answer. Ooh, child. Now, on the other hand, these comments from other women really blew me away. Now, there is another important piece to the puzzle, okay? Someone asked if they have children together. She said that they don't have children together, but he cares for her son as his own, okay? So remember that. I'm telling y'all that for a reason. So now let's get into the comments. One person said, waiting is a lazy person's excuse to not excel. Do not listen to him. In fact, if he can't rise, then release him. Okay. Another woman said, do not, and I repeat, do not stifle yourself for anyone, especially not a man. He's got his issues, but that's his issues, and y'all aren't married. You have to secure your future. What happens if y'all break up? Who's gonna get you a new great job? That man you have is jealous or something, and he's gonna hold you back. He's not thinking about you and your best interest at all. He's the boyfriend. If this was the husband, yes, it's okay to miss out on your opportunity. Whether it's a husband or boyfriend, do what's best for you, sis. And it just went on and on and on. There were hundreds of comments on this post. They literally said the same thing. He's not your husband, even if he was your husband. Like, basically, him, his opinion, do what's best for you. You gotta make sure you prepare yourself for if the relationship don't work, so on and so forth. When I originally saw this post, I was sitting there reading the comments like, oh, y'all really wildin' right now. Let's go ahead and let's run back the facts, okay? Her boyfriend already agreed to financially support her if she wanted to get a new job. She already had found a new job. She didn't put her 2 weeks notice in yet, okay? So she was getting to the point of putting in a 2 weeks notice. And then she found a better job, and then she automatically took it without consulting with him, right? So when I look at that, I'm like, all right, if he's the person who was financially providing, he was probably looking forward to at least having a 2 weeks notice to get the money together so that he could take care of things and hold it down while you waiting for this new job to start. I don't know how everybody money looking, but if you live in paycheck to paycheck, especially when you got that period from when you leave your old job and then you start your new job and you gotta wait for the pay period to line up and you going weeks without a paycheck, that shit could really be rough. So he got to make sure he hold down the whole household during that entire period, and her accepting the new job without telling him eliminated that. She said they invited her on a trip. It didn't say it was a paid trip. It was just a trip to get to network with them. So you mean to tell me you going on a week trip without no pay? Oh, baby. So it's coming out of my pockets. Okay, let's remember that she said that they don't have children together, but she has a son that he cares for on his own. So while she's away on this trip, watching the baby. Like, what is this whole dynamic? You know what I'm saying? It really, really baffled me that these women automatically jump to the fact that he's jealous, he doesn't support her, his opinion doesn't matter. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. If he didn't support her, he probably wouldn't have told her that he would have supported her financially if she found a new job in the first place. So they were saying like his opinion didn't matter because he's not her husband. However, it's okay for him to take care of the bills, take care of her child. And I want to say her child lightly because it's their child, but let's just say her biological child. So some people would say those are husband things. Boyfriends don't really have to do that. So why is his opinion suddenly not important when he's been providing for this household? The whole thing about saying that whether he was your husband or not, do you? That's definitely not the purpose of a marriage. Like, you are a partnership. Y'all supposed to make decisions together, especially big decisions like that that's gonna kind of disrupt the finances. Now, I will say that there were a couple people on the post who had some sort of logical sense, okay? So one woman said, wait a minute, am I reading this right? The boyfriend offered to financially take care of you. And these women are telling you to tell him, fuck you, after you quit your primary source of income and now will actually need him to take care of you. Y'all wild as fuck. Women, please listen to me. I know that you love your friends. Your friends, they might have had your back in different types of situations. If you was getting dragged on the street, y'all lit in the club, you got super drunk, they probably held it down. Understand that when you are asking for advice from someone, you really, really have to look at the messenger in order to appropriately interpret the message, okay? I'm gonna use myself as an example. 99.99999999999% of the time, I'm single. So while I will give good advice and I'm gonna give you genuine advice, understand that when you tell me a situation, I am seeing it from the lens of someone who is single. Therefore, when I give you advice, it could potentially lead to you being single because I might move a different kind of way. My tolerance level was a lot lower than some other people. I don't like dealing with mess, so I'd be real quick to kind of separate myself from that. Hence why I am probably single. So if you know you got friends who like don't really have healthy relationships, they again have hatred towards men, love is dead, blah, 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 they just super jaded, why would you ask them for relationship advice? Because they're gonna give you advice from that lens. Let's say you are trying to increase your finances, right? You're trying to figure out how to get to a bag, you wanna get rich, that's your plan. You have the option to ask someone who is broke and homeless, or you have the option to ask someone who is well established, they got property, they got M's in the bank account. Which one are you gonna ask advice from, okay? I hope this one, right? Now, I know that when I give that example, there's gonna be at least one person that says, well, the homeless person who's broke could still provide some insight on what you don't do based on their mistakes. Yes, somebody could tell you, this is what I messed up and did in the past. Don't do this. But when you're looking for advice on what to do, it's better to get advice from someone who has proven to be successful in whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. You might not want to get relationship advice from your friend who be smashing everybody every other weekend. She is jaded. She don't believe in relationships. I'm sorry. Don't shoot the messenger. Boop, boop. That's just what it is. Okay, maybe that was a little mean. That might have been a little mean, but y'all know what I'm saying. Now, on the flip side, sometimes dudes be bugging, okay? So we ain't gonna sit here and say that friends always give bad advice. And I know that a lot of guys, they hate when women be in their friend's ear talking. A lot of times it's because they be fuckboys. They can be cheating on you multiple times. The girl always go back and you like, girl, sis, come on. Now that's a little bit different. And another thing, stop taking advice from people who don't follow their own advice, okay? And I have gotten into debates with people about this, and I said what I said. I stand by what I said, okay? If you got a friend who is constantly telling you, yo, over every little thing, like it's something that's not even major, cut that dude off. Like, you don't need that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just telling you, pushing you in the direction of getting rid of your dude, right? But then they got a dude who be doing them dirty left and right, and they still going back to this dude. Why would you listen to them? Don't try to ruin what we got going on in our little atmosphere and our stratosphere, okay? So anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all agree? Do y'all disagree? And be honest with yourself. If you look back on your situations and if you look at advice that you've gotten from your friends, do you feel like it was really good advice, or do you feel like the advice was a little bit jaded based on the experiences of your friend? You ain't even gotta put in the comments. Just reflect, girl. You ain't gotta lie to me. Just don't lie to yourself, okay? So anyway, I'm hoping that this will cause a little bit of introspection. But ladies, and I'm gonna say it from the perspective of someone who actually gives the advice. Before you open your mouth to word vomit and say something that's gonna mess up what your friend got going on, check yourself. Make sure you in the right space mentally, emotionally, spiritually to be giving someone advice. And if you ain't, zip, bloop, throw away the key, don't say nothing.
Lock me up! Lock me up! Throw away the key!
Okay? And man, let me know what y'all think. I'm really interested to know your thoughts on this topic. Based on situations in your past experience with women, have you had issues with her friends giving her advice, you know, talking in her ear? Was it bad advice? Were her friends accurate? Like, what are your thoughts on women asking their friends for advice on your situation? All right, y'all, so I am off this. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Drop some love in the comments. I love hearing you guys' opinions. And if you really rocking with your girl, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any more of my videos, okay? As always, stay safe, stay blessed, and until next time, y'all, bye.